So let's go find Barry then in the library, wherever that is. Could this be the library? It is. Good start. Following day from the episode that I recorded last, I've just had a thought that I know what the last two gyms are now. So I definitely remember there being an ice one. And I know for certain that the last one is electric, because I remember the town from the old games. So yeah, we've got two gyms to take on there. I think ice types have got quite a few weaknesses, so we should be okay. With the electric types though, probably going to have to rely on Torterra. So here's Barry anyway on the top floor of the library. Hey Nomad, come over here this way. It's taking us over to one of the tables, and here is Rowan and Dawn. Okay Gramps, I brought Nomad like I said, and now I'm out of here. Oh, he's going then. Fair enough. And he's going to stay. So you may have forgotten already, but I studied the evolution of Pokemon. The more I study, the more mysteries appear and multiply. There are some Pokemon that evolve and others that don't. What makes them different from each other? Do immature ones evolve into ones that are more mature? If so, what do we make of the legendary Pokemon that don't evolve? Are we to assume that the legendary Pokemon of Sinnoh are complete as creatures? This is where you three come in. There is said to be a mysterious Pokemon in each of the 3 lakes of Sinnoh. If we can obtain data on them, it may shed some light on how the process of Pokemon evolution works. I need help from each one of you on this grand undertaking. Help me find these mysterious Pokemon. What are you saying? I didn't get a Pokedex. And who is it that bolted from the lab before I had a chance to give them one? But that's water under the bridge. Seeing Pokemon with your own eyes is important for you in becoming a better trainer too. You can count on me, it will help me with my Pokedex too, says Dawn. Nomad, you'll go too, won't you? I would have made all of you go regardless. Now then. There are 3 lakes. Fortuitously, there are 3 of you. You should split up and investigate the lakes individually. But Dawn's going to go to Lake Verity. Barry is going to take Lake Acuity. That's how you pronounce that. And I'm going to go back to Lake Valor, so that's the lake between Veilstone and Pastoria. So this is where that particular route comes in, I think. A few tremors there. Has it stopped? Are all of you unharmed? Let's go outside, be careful, I'm concerned about the city. So, little jolt there. Some aftershocks. Head outside then. The other 3 gathered here. Well, that tremor, that wasn't a natural occurrence. A sailor looks like he's coming over here. Hey, old dude and kid, something big just happened. They're saying there was a huge explosion at Lake Valor. Kaboom, like that. So looks like we're still going to the lake then. Lake Valor, that is. Which is here. No, it's this one. So I can't think where to go now. So we'll go to Veilstone and we'll go down. I think that's the best way of doing it. In fact, I think I'm wrong now. But anyway, we're going to go with it. Head down towards Lake Valor. There's a lot of grass to potentially try and miss here. Could just put a repel on, to be completely honest, but try and go through the majority of this unharmed. Bidoof uses Rock Smash as we head down there. That was the wrong way. The Graveler though, I actually think that's a new Pokemon, Pokedex entry. Funnily enough. I didn't heal up my Pokemon, did I? Should be okay. We head down here, yeah. Gonna miss out the majority of this grass. Another Pokemon here. Another Graveler. Like a London bus. Never see one, then you see two at once. I was only looking through my Pokedex fairly recently and I noticed that I'd never seen a Graveler. It was a bit odd, I'll say. Thought that a trainer or two might have one of these hiker types. So we're at the Valor Lakefront now. Scientists have moved, so we're going to head in here now and see what the commotion's all about. We're at Lake Valor now. Oops. Got grunts here. Aha. The closest thing to civilization out there is that Hicktown Twin Leaf. We can roll in there completely unopposed. Oh, so this was the lake, and now there's just flailing Magikarp all about, which is a bit sad. Would you like to join the Magikarp and flop around in the mud? So we've got a few battles on here. Against the Team Galactic Grunt. Starting with a Glameow. Probably not Beautifly's expertise on this one, but as a normal type I don't think many are very good. I'm going to use Bug Buzz because we haven't actually seen it yet and I want to see what it looks like. It's not the most interesting move, but it is the most effective, and it's got rid of Glameow in one hit there, which is excellent. Not much XP. We got Krogunk to come as well, which is obviously a poison fighting type. Latter being the more important, that fighting type, so it can use Air Cutter and it should hit it, but we're gonna go second here, which is a bit frustrating. Not usually going second with Beautifly. Air Cutter's done a great job. There we go. Looks like I have to go this way. Oh god, this is sad. Speak to this person. Even Team Galactic has no use for Magikarp. Worthless, all of them. Wonder where we go then. Up here perhaps. Looks like there's a trainer here. And another one to the right. Two Pokemon again. Got Golbat this time. What moves can we use here? Can only really use a flying type moves, which seems to be the only ones that are even remotely effective. Gonna get two hits off here, which is good. Gonna use Screech, but we've avoided it. And we'll use another Air Cutter, and hopefully that should be that for the Golbat, which it is. See what he sends out next. Decent amount of XP. Beautifly goes up to level 40. It wants to learn Quiver Dance, which is an interesting sounding move. Let's have a look. The user performs a beautiful mystical dance. This boost uses special attack and special defense and speed stats. Do you know what? No. Sorry. Krogunk again, so we're going to go with Beautifly on this one. Level 36 though, so we're really ramping it up in terms of leveling now. And we're going to use Air Cutter. Second again, sadly, to Krogunk. It must be a pretty quick Pokemon, that. One that I might have considered if I didn't already have a poison type in, well, Beautifly is my poison type essentially. In the fighting aspects, I don't think it's actually that good, but like I said, I do want a fighting type because I think the Elite Four might have some weaknesses to fighting, shall we say. So I've got another battle on here. Important to take on all the battles that we find. 3 Pokemon this time. We've got a Krogunk. Again, Beautifly is going to be pretty useful here. Air Cutter, as per. Gonna miss out on that attack and gonna get hit with a poison jab, and it's poisoned us as well, which is a bit of a problem, I'll be honest. Gonna try and get this one hit off if we can. Get this first Krogunk out of the way, and then we can possibly bring out something else which might be just as useful. Beautifly. Floatzel is, so we got a Beautifly here, so I'm gonna keep Beautifly out. I feel like we might have berries or something that are gonna help us somewhat. So using Air Cutter, and that's got rid of it as well. Hopefully we'll withstand a bit of poison here. We're gonna get hit by. Dustox. Level 31. I was gonna say, I thought it said Beautifly healed itself. What can we use here? So we've got one revive there, and we've got some super potions here, so I'm going to use a super potion on Beautifly and hope we don't get hit with a decent attack here, and then we can use Air Cutter and hopefully get rid. So Leech Life, that's not going to do much at all, I don't think. It's also not going to benefit it in any way in terms of regenerating any health, so we'll go with Air Cutter here, and that should be that. Super effective move against such a similar type. It's kind of crazy, but it's just the way it is. Our Ponyta goes up to level 39 and Drift Blimp is up to level 33. I would imagine we'll have to face a Commander here, so I should have really healed up my Pokemon, to be quite honest. We got one more here. So what I'll do is I'll use the revive on Floatzel because I feel like there's gonna have to be some sort of need for it. Beautifly can have that extra little bit as well. And I'll give it potion, and that's pretty much nearly up there. And also I'll switch Floatzel for Beautifly here. As I take on this last person, should be, but it might be a battle. What do you want? Are you one of those nitwits who fooled into guarding the entrance? Bah, it doesn't matter who you are, it's too late to make a difference. Things are going to get really interesting now. All the legendary Pokemon are going to be brought to our HQ in Veilstone City. So we'll head in this little cavern type. Oh, it is a cavern. And here is what looks like a commander. This mission is proceeding without a hitch. The boss should be pleased. Everything is for everyone and for the good of Team Galactic. So here we go. Got That one here with one of the commanders, I would imagine, which are never ever easy. So he's got 3 Pokemon, Commander Saturn. I'm going to start with a Kadabra as well. I don't think what weaknesses Kadabra might have. So Bug Buzz is actually super effective, as are Dark type moves, so we got some of them as well. And we've also got Ghost type moves with Drifblim. I just do worry that Drifblim isn't up to the task yet, but we will use Bug Buzz. So Beautifly's avoided Kinesis, and we're going to go with Bug Buzz. Let's see how effective this is. Very effective is the answer. It's fair to say we know Kadabra quite well. Really decent amount of XP as well. We got Bronzor now. Bronzor weak to water types. Struggling to remember here. You know what, I'll bring Floatzel out because I feel like it's either dark or water, and I can't quite remember. Could be wrong with both of them, but either way. Bronzor's been sent out. I think Bronzong, when we eventually face some of them, they're going to be problematic. And Bite is indeed super effective, so we're going to go with Bite, and hopefully it's just like a 2-hit maybe? Yeah. We made it flinch so it can't move, so if we get this attack off as well, that should also be a win. Potentially this has an opportunity to be the easiest commander battle yet, because we did struggle with the first 2, with the Perugly and the Skuntank. So we've got a Toxicroak coming now, and we'll switch to Beautifly. So this is the first Toxicroak we will have seen. So I'm going to use my flying type moves that I've got with Beautifly and hope it can withstand some of the poison and fighting type moves that are going to come its way as well, which it should be good against. That's my feeling anyway. I'm imagining a 2... Wow. I was imagining a 2-shot scenario. That's actually probably done a bit too well, if we're going to be completely honest. I feel like you might just use... So Beautifly loves me that much that it's healed its own poison immediately. So lovely. So it's used Thief, which is good because now I'll be able to get Air Cutter off and win. I was so ready for him to just heal up there with a Hyper Potion or something, but there you go. Beat the Toxicroak, definitely the easiest commander battle we've had. Beautifly and Floatzel both going up a level 41 and 40 respectively. A lot of Pokemon getting up to that 40 level now, which is great to see. Only Drifblim behind. There'll be a point when I have to... there'll be some Pokemon that I eventually want for my final team in the Elite Four that will need lifting, I would say. Yeah. Even I, Commander, only managed to buy us time, but that's fine. Child like you will never be able to stem the flow of time. Team Galactic will get all 3 legendary Pokemon of the lakes. With their power we will create an entirely new universe. By now Mars should have captured the Pokemon of Lake Verity. So, there we go then. And this cavern doesn't look like there's anything in here. Previous underwater cavern. Thought that was some sort of marking then. Anyway, head out here and see what the next part of the mission is, I guess. So, just one Team Galactic grunt here by himself. We're Team Galactic, the #1 syndicate in the world. To defy us is to defy the universe. Alright, okay, so he's not on his own. But we do... What do we need to do now? So, go check out the situation at Lake Verity. So, Lake Verity is the one where you start all your missions. We can fly to Twin Leaf and we'll go from there. So it's saying that Mars should have... I think he was saying that Mars should have done something there, so head up on our bikes. I don't think there's any grass between we go. Get there as quick as possible. So here we are, here's Rowan with some Team Galactic grunts. Ah, Nomad, what timing. Those Team Galactic scoundrels are after the legendary Pokemon. You've got to go help Dawn. Certainly will. So it looks like we've got a fair few battles here. Double battles as well, which is nice to see. So we'll get a decent amount of XP hopefully from some of them. 1 Pokemon each? 3 Pokemon each. Fair enough. Probably should have healed up to some degree. So we've got Beautifly and Floatzel. So Beautifly can take on Cascoon, I think. I can do both, can't it? Yeah. And Floatzel is awaiting. So Floatzel's going to use Whirlpool, which has done about 60% of damage. Glameow's got caught in a vortex, and both Pokemon are taken out with Air Cutter from Beautifly, which is good to see. So 33% of the team down already. Torterra levels up there. So we've got another Glameow on the right. Now we've got a Golbat on the left. So what can we do here then? So we'll go Air Cutter on both again, because I think just attacking both is a great tactic to use. And I'll do Whirlpool this time on Golbat. Floatzel's got really good speed, seems to go first fair amount, about 30% of damage there. But it's been caught in a vortex, and Air Cutter is going to get rid of Glameow. But it's not going to get rid of Golbat, unfortunately. So Golbat is going to be able to hit us now with something. Kadabra goes up a level to level 41. Golbat's going to use Screech on Floatzel. You're getting that wrong. I think the issue with it is that they look very similar, even after their evolution. So Golbat's been hurt by the Whirlpool. I think I can just leave that now. So if I go Whirlpool on Stunky maybe. So they're both trapped in a vortex now. Done just a bit over half on that, and then Air Cutter should take them both out. So we've got 1 Pokemon to come on the left. If we were gonna guess, I'd probably say it's gonna be a Croagunk or something like that. It's the 1 Pokemon that we haven't seen from them. Decent amount of XP, but we've got another Glameow. Is that a 3rd Glameow? I think it might be. So I'm going to use 2 lesser moves. I think don't need to use all the PP of our decent moves. Bite's taking it out though, it's a critical hit. And that's one is the double battle, which is good to see. Nice amount of money to put us on. So it looks like there's another commander over there, Mars, who we beat previously, but there's another double battle just before that. I wonder if they'll have 6 Pokemon total as well. Let's see. So they got 4, so potential for them to be a bit more hard hitting perhaps. I'll go with Air Cutter because we're going to knock out that Beautifly, or we should at the very least. And we'll go for Aqua Jet on Stunky. So Aqua Jet goes first, and it's done about 70% of damage. Sucker Punch isn't going to hit us. Beautifly is going to knock out both of them, so they've both got 1 more Pokemon to come now. I'm thinking we'll see a Dustox maybe from that one on the left. Maybe a Croagunk or a Golbat. Beautifly and Drifblim both go up a level, 42 and 34 respectively. No new moves learnt. We've got a Glameow and another Glameow. So think Air Cutter takes out both of them, doesn't it? Just in case it doesn't, I'm going to use Swift because that should hit them both as well, which it does. It does about half as well. And then Air Cutter straight after, no messing about from our team. Dynamic duo of Floatzel and Beautifly, knocking them both down without a reply. Fair amount of XP for Floatzel, who's gone up to level 41 and wants to learn Waterfall. And we're going to learn it. We're definitely going to learn it. Should we learn it for one of these though? So it does 80 damage, Aqua Jet does 40, and it's got marginally less PP, so I'm going to just trade it in for Aqua Jet. I know that Swift might not be the best move, but as you saw there, it was a nice move that hit both of them in a double battle, which is a nice thing to have. Short little break there, but onwards and upwards as we go to see what's happening with Dawn. Here we go then. That face, it brings back bad memories. I'm talking about the Valley Windworks. I caught a whole lot of trouble for that little incident. What's with that look on your face? Do you remember? You remember me, don't you? Fine, whatever, I'll tell you who I am again. I'm Mars, one of Team Galactic's commanders. How cute you two think you can save the day in your little game of hero. Not a chance, not even a teeny one. You're all going down. So, are we battling with Dawn here in a double battle against... No, we're just with Commander Mars, who is probably going to be pretty difficult. Now, I don't think Beautifly is cut out for this matchup against Golbat. However, I don't know what Golbat is weak to. Got any super effective moves here? We've got Kadabra, obviously. Gonna bring Kadabra out. I want to one-hit KO these, or as close as I can get, because I think before we lost a few Pokemon that might have been useful. So Kadabra has missed. We're going to use Psychic. Golbat missed, sorry. Kadabra's got really good speed as well, it's got to be said. Psychic is a one-hit KO, so we're really good there that both Pokemon went unscathed, the ones that we've used so far. We've managed to one-hit KO as well. So Purugly. What is Purugly going to be bad against? I'm not entirely sure, so I'm going to just stick with Kadabra. I'm going to look at this. We can see that we have no super effective moves against Purugly, which is an issue. I feel like bringing out... What am I going to do here? I'm going to bring out Ponyta and use Fire Spin. Put it in that Fire Vortex. And then potentially just use Stomp. Oh, it's going to use U-turn, so it's hit us, and it's also brought out something else. Which is annoying, since we've just switched as well. But we've got Bronzor. I think fire moves might be decent against Bronzor. Well, they are, so that's good. Going to use Flame Wheel then. 2 hits is definitely enough. So we're going to get hit with Payback here, which hasn't done a massive amount of damage, but we're going to go to Flame Wheel again. And that has knocked it out. So when this Purugly comes back out, it can't use U-turn anymore. Or if it tries to, it's not going to work because it's its final Pokemon. And we're going to use Fire Spin here. Keep it in that Fire Vortex so we can keep just plugging away at this. Since we haven't got anything that's going to be super effective, we're just going to have to try and knock it back a few. So it does actually do like 10% worth of damage as well. It's not It's not horrendous. We're going to use Stomp in the meantime. Been hit with Slash, which has knocked us back into orange health. Stomp hasn't done that much, but the Fiery Vortex is going to carry it just to around halfway. It's going to eat a berry though, and that berry is Citrus Berry. Going to use Stomp once more if we can survive this Slash, which we haven't. Going to bring out one of the hard hitting moves, so I think the hardest hitting move that I've got is Earthquake. I think probably should still be in that Fiery Vortex. It doesn't look like it is anymore actually. So I've been hit with Growl, which is going to knock our attack down. Yeah, which is a bit unfortunate given that I brought out the hardest hitting move. Earthquake really hasn't done that much to Purugly. If Purugly was somehow a fighting type, it'd be the ideal Pokemon because it's just so hard to knock it back. I'm going to use Earthquake here and that should be that, which it is. But the Purugly has given us more than just a few problems. No levels gained through that, despite the decent amount of XP. So beat Mars for the second time. Oh, look at this. So we've got Ponyta evolving, which is nice to see. I know I want to get rid of Ponyta, which is now Rapidash, but it has actually been very, very useful. The only annoying thing about Ponyta in this game is how often it appears. So, we've got Smart Strike that we could potentially learn as well, which is a Steel type move. So I'm going to replace Tackle with that, which is a nice little move. Didn't expect to have a Steel type move here. I lost again, so the first was in Valley Windworks and now it's at Lake Verity. That I owe you for. This shouldn't be happening to a Team Galactic commander. Calm down, Mars. I've done my part in all of this. My mission was to transport the lake's Pokemon to our HQ. That's right, I accomplished my mission without a problem. Team, we're pulling out. The boss is waiting at HQ. Pokemon of the three lakes are connected somehow. That's thanks to Saturn's grandstanding at Lake Valor. Cavern appeared here. It was a cavern where the Pokemon Mesprit slept. Mesprit appeared too. Probably to go help its friends. That worked well for us, it was super easy to catch. And now that we've got them all, Mesprit, the being of emotion, Azelf, the being of willpower, Uxie, the being of intelligence. Now that we have all three, you can look forward to what Team Galactic has in store for them. Here we go then, Rowan. So I see this also occurred at Lake Valor. Another legendary Pokemon was taken away by Team Galactic. Both of you went up against fully fledged criminals. The fact that you are unharmed is reason enough to celebrate. But what about Lake Akuti? Is Barry safe? I'm guessing we would probably have to go to Lake Akuti now, which is all the way up here. Now then, that'll be one for a separate episode, I think, as it looks like it could be a potentially pretty long journey up there. But it'll be a good journey up there, and I'm sure on this route we'll see some interesting Pokemon too. So until next time, thanks for watching and enjoy yourselves.